What's up, guys? Your friendly neighborhood geek here. Yes, I changed my name for the third time because that's my name on TikTok. So I thought it'd be best to have all my social media platforms to all share the same name and have the same um, profile picture. So yeah, but today we're doing another Transformer figure review. This time we are doing a vintage Transformer. This figure, I when I saw it was announced, I said to myself, "Yeah, I want that figure because it's a character I don't have any versions of. I've had numerous times where I could have got this character. This character is probably like one of the faces of the franchise of the Transformers brand. So like there's plenty, versions of this character to choose from. But I just never got around to it. This figure was a little pricey, a little bit more than I wanted to pay for. I will kind of talk about more of that when I get into the review. But yeah, without further ado, let's see who we are reviewing. And we are looking at Transformers the movie, cartoon color Starscream. Yeah, this is cool. I really like this. This figure and Rodimus or Hot Rod were released in the colors of how they looked in the movie, and I think the G1 cartoon. Um, they only had three of these at my Walmart, and no Rodimus. So hopefully, I got a good version because I've seen with a couple of reviews, people theirs had like QC issues, like the face wasn't painted properly, and it just kind of had just stuff everywhere that shouldn't be on a brand new or a re-release of a 40-year old toy. Um, but yeah, so he looks really. I will say the box looks really nice. I like the artwork on the front. Very cool, very nostalgic. I'm sure for people who grew up with G1, plastic-free packaging. So that's nice. Um, let's see. Here's the back, which I like the way he looks. And this is just a prototype. Yeah. So the prototype, his face looks a little different. I mean, on the actual figure, his face looks a little different, which doesn't bother me. Like I said, I just like the jet mode. I like the robot mode. I do, like I said in the past, I do find the G1 toys to be very charming. Only one I currently have is Blitzwing, and that's like a knockoff reissue, whatever. I had Sludge, Dinobot Sludge, and I had Kickback a couple years ago. I had Sludge for a while, for a long time. I did enjoy that figure, but I ended up selling him and Kickback because I just felt like they were pre-owned, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of good on these two figures. But I do plan to get more in the future. Devastator, obviously, is like one of the characters I've wanted the most from G1. But yeah, let me read what it says. So on the top, it says the universe is threatened by the greatest villains Cybertron has ever known, the heroic it's the Autobots, must find a way to destroy this menace if they hope to save their homeworld. To all are one. So that's what it says on top here, and everything else is just in a different language. Um, at the bottom, I believe these are Starscream's tech specs, which were on the original figures. It's also on my G1 Blitzwings box. I think I have a decoder. I think I do somewhere. It may have came with one of my Transformers. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look for that. So it says function air commander. Oh, okay, cool. Conquest is made of the ashes of one's enemies. Starscream is ruthless, cold-blooded, and manipulative. Now that Megatron is out of the way, Starscream can finally assume coveted role of leader of the Decepticons. So they switched it up a little bit. I like that from the original, of course, from the original packaging. His description. This is basically Starscream when from the movie. So after Megatron was defeated in battle with Optimus, the Decepticons basically abandoned him and all the other injured, wounded Decepticons. If you've never seen the 1986 movie, I recommend it. It's really good. Um, Let's see, it just has everything else is just in different languages. Has tech specs. Let's see. His firepower is a 10. His speed is a 9. Let's see. His intelligence it says a 7. And his strength is supposed to be a 7. I think that's right. Yeah, so it says just takes 4 steps to transform him. Ages 8 and up. Real quick, I will show the Blitzwing box. I'm not going to bother to show the RC box because it's hanging on the wall. And I will show Blitzwing and Starscream together to show a comparison. So you see, this box is bigger. So yeah, I will cut back and we will see Starscream in all his glory. Okay, so first impressions out of the box. Very charming, very, very cool. I love the cartoon aesthetic. He comes with no stickers, which I actually like. It kind of, I mean, I know it's like it's part of the G1 toys. The stickers always kind of bug me because, like, what if you put them on incorrectly or something, or they peel off over time or something like that. So I'm grateful for that. Now, I paid with tax, I paid like $36 for this figure, and I do feel like that's a little overpriced for a 40-year-old figure. If in the past, when they've done these reissues, they've gone on clearance, they've gone on sale, but unfortunately for me, I've never had the luck of finding a G1 toy, a G1 reissue on clearance. And people do sell these on, secondary market like eBay and Mercari, but those are just kind of like scalper prices, and you're just kind of better off just going to the store, looking for this at a store and buying it in hand and ordering it online. So yeah, because I do feel like he's a little overpriced, even though I do think you get a lot of neat accessories. He's solid. I think he has die cast in him. He's very solid. Like I said, very charming to look at. If I saw like a G1 shelf, or if I went to a vintage toy store and saw this figure for sale on display, for a good deal, I would probably buy this because, like I said, he's just very charming. It's very cool to see where the Transformers, the original G1 toys, where it all started, where it all came from. I still think this figure, like I said, I still think it still holds up visually. Aesthetically, I mean, it's Starscream. You look at him, it's Starscream, but he's not completely accurate outside the colors. The masterpiece one, the last masterpiece one I think they made, you look at that and you're like, oh, that's Starscream. But as a masterpiece toy, and this is a G1 toy, so yeah, like I said, I find him very, very charming. He comes with Megatron. Megatron in the original show, for those who didn't know, Megatron turned into a handgun. He turned into a Walter P-38, which is a real handgun. I believe the original Megatron toy was modeled after the Walter P-38. And I really wish, I don't know all the history behind that. I really wish they would re-release that figure because I really like the G1 Megatron, and then I would love to have G1 Megatron and G1 Starscream together. But I think, of course, because he turned to a realistic gun, and that probably wouldn't fly today, with parents and all that type of stuff. So yeah, so unfortunately, like the Megatron reissues are very expensive. G1 Megatron Generals is very expensive. And that's pretty unfortunate. But this is not the first figure, not the first Starscream to come with a Megatron. And reason he comes with Megatron, I can't remember if he used him in the show, but he did use him. There was an iconic scene in the '86 movie where he transformed to a gun, and Starscream used him to defeat a handful of Autobots. So it does make sense why he came with this figure. And he comes with this little piece. I forgot what this is called. Again, if you were just having this displayed, this is fine, but it does kind of hinder his articulation just a little bit. The null rays, these are really nice. They do fire. Let's see. Not that far though. See, Actually, that's a pretty good distance, surprisingly. He comes with another set of missiles. I think these are just for the jet mode, which I will show. Um, and I believe that, what else? Yeah, those come with the jet mode. Um, and yes, Megatron, he can be mounted. He can be weapon storage on Starscream and vehicle mode. So that's really cool. Um, if you had like like a miniature figure, not a Lego, and most likely not a Mega Construx, but if you had another type of like minifigure, they could fit in this cockpit. I did see in one review someone had a little miniature pilot, Luke Skywalker, and they stuck him in there, and I thought that just looked hilarious and cool. So I might try to do something like that if I can find a figure that small. But like I said, if you get this figure, you won't be disappointed. Um, some people, my figure may suffer the same situation. Um, in some areas where you peg in some of these pieces, um, it's some of the plastic began to stress. That's not good for a figure. Again, a 40-year-old figure, but it's a brand new version. Um, like I said, that really sucks. So, and I kind of plan to maybe animate with this character a little bit. So I'm really bummed about that. Another issue I was talking about, the first part when I was showing the box, I was talking about QC issues. Mine unfortunately has a few. You see right here on his, you might not be able to, it might not appear that well on screen, but he has a tiny little blotch of paint like near his cheek that's like the same color as his face, and that's a tad bit bothersome. I might see if I could like just kind of like scratch it off without damaging it, or I do have some black paint, but it's not the same color as his face. But I mean, it's just a tiny little piece. So I may just paint over that maybe. Because like it's a little stuff like that always bothers me. Like I want my figure to be crisp and clean and like just I want it to be as accurate as possible. So I might try to fix that up. Also the paint around his fist is a little messy. Like the inside of the fist are black. I do have some blue paint, but it's not the same color. But like I said, if it's just I might just patch up little areas that I feel like need fixing. And it looks worse on the arm, the hand that holds Megatron. So like I said, it's really my only gripe. It's a brand new figure, and like I said, he's having some QC issues and some plastic stressing, and that's not a good look. That's not good at all, especially for you to pay almost $40 for this toy. Um, hmm. And he comes with his instruction booklet, which I honestly didn't have to use. And the same thing goes for Blitzwing when I got him. I think I just used an image gallery on Google to figure out how to transform him. Another thing, like I said, I like that he has no stickers, and the Decepticon logo is printed on there. He does have these little knee vents, which is a really nice detail. Um, and yeah, like I said, I think he's solid. I think for the most part, outside of a few minor gripes, I think I got my money's worth. Very charming. Real quick before I transform him, here he is next to Blitzwing. Um, oh, and they look good together. He's a little bit bigger than Blitzwing, which isn't accurate, but again, excuse me, they look cool together. Um, Very charming. So yeah, I might have them displayed together because my only two G1 toys. So without further ado, let's see. I don't want to cut again, so I might just, like I say, use the box. Use the box and figure out how to transform them properly. Um, yeah, so, like I said, my thoughts on Starscream. I think he's a solid character. I like him a lot. Um, he's a very cool villain. I think it was a very well-written villain. Um, see, the actor, his original voice actor, I forgot his name. R.A.P. He passed away a very long time ago. He kind of set the the path for how the character should be portrayed and how the character should kind of sound in future continuities. But he was a great Starscream. He was the original. Um, let's see. Real quick, see his fist. This is the hand, the fist that was holding Megatron. May not may not show up that well on camera, but it looks ugly. Like the paint on it looks very ugly. So I might patch that up a little bit. Let's see. The other fist, it's not as bad. Like I said, $40, almost like I said, $36 for this toy, and he has QC issues. But I was like um, I was kind of like nervous in the toy aisle. I was like, okay, there's 3 of them here. One box is beat up. The other 2 look fine, but I don't know what condition the figure is going to be in. So it's like I'm just taking a leap of faith, essentially. Um, let's see. So fold this up, and he'll look like a cone head. Let's see. Let's see. Fold this down. Which way does this go? Yes, watch me take my L. You know what? Okay. Okay, so finally got him transformed in his jet mode. Um, yeah, it looks clean. So I'm not sure. I think these are maybe just. I'm not sure if one of these sets of missiles or launchers were just based off the original toy, and the other set was based off maybe more screen accurate. I'm not sure. Because like I said, these are longer, but these are shorter. I like the way these look on Starscream more than these. These are just really long. So I'm not sure if there's just like another set. Like one's more toy accurate, the other one's more, animation accurate. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, he's clean. I forgot. Oh man, I forgot what a model this jet is based off of. Um, this so like again, a lot of the original toys are based off real fighter jets. So real vehicles and aerial, whatever's in real life. So that's really cool. I think the original Starscream mold was called Jet Robo, so that's pretty cool. Way back when Takara was just Takara who were making these figures. Again, very clean, very solid. Vehicle mode looks awesome. See the back of them. Very easy to transform. Again, children of the 80s had to have a lot of imagination. Let's see. And like I said, I like that he has the landing gear. He has wheels behind him as well. So I put the landing gear in the cockpit. I like that the cockpit can open up. Let's see. I think I can get Megatron to peg in at the bottom. Sort of. Well, I got him to kind of peg in. So again, that was cool. So like I said, final thoughts. I like this Starscream. Very charming, very cool. I hope to get many, many more Starscreams eventually down the road. And just by doing that, there already seemed to be some of the plastic on the little peg piece kind of got a little messed up just from trying to peg him under Starscream. Yeah, but like I said, outside of some of the gripes, like I said, QC issues, what just happened with the gun just now, his fist, all that stuff. Again, still solid, still cool. I like him. If you're interested, like I said, just remember all the things I said to be weary of. But yeah, Starscream. As far as next reviews go, there's two other figures I'd like to review. One, they're both fairly inexpensive, so we'll see. Whenever I get a chance to get those, I'll review those. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace, you guys.